Hey everybody, Jenni Carlson here. Oklahoma has defeated Florida State 11-3, a 5-inning run rule victory. I'm away from Oklahoma for the Memorial Day weekend, but such a big win for the Sooner softball team. I wanted to give you some thoughts after that big first game victory of Super Regionals. This is Oklahoma's 5th run rule in program history in Super Regionals. That's an NCAA record. So don't lose sight of how impressive this 8-run victory by the Sooners over the Seminoles is. Again, this is a matchup of two teams, two programs that have played each other for the national championship 2 out of the last 3 years, meeting in super regionals. Florida State, a team that was hit by graduation a year ago, namely Catherine Sandercock, their ace pitcher, without her now. And you could see them struggling most with their pitching, obviously going to some arms that late in that game that had not pitched very much this season. And it showed as Oklahoma scored 4 runs in the 4th inning. And then the game winner that sealed it for the run rule in the 5th, walking in that game-winning, game-ending run. So definitely an advantage for Oklahoma. But here are a couple thoughts for you. First of all, Alyssa Brito. Florida State, after Oklahoma had taken a 2-0 lead in the early innings, Florida State gets those 2 back. And, Kelly Maxwell, I want to talk more about her in just a second. But Oklahoma sort of saw that, Florida State was not going to go away quietly, that Oklahoma was going to have to play. Top of the very next inning, first batter up for Oklahoma, Alyssa Brito. She smacks a home run to left field, just crawls over the wall, but gets out of there really quick. Was the answer that Oklahoma needed, that immediate response, the kind of thing that we've seen them do so often over the years, but they've not always had during their sort of swoons this season. They haven't had those timely hits, haven't had those answering hits. But Alyssa Brito comes up with that home run, really seemed to ignite Oklahoma as they continue to add offense. She has another home run. Let me check the box score here. She finishes the night 3 for 3. Just an unbelievably productive night for Alyssa Brito, 3 RBIs. So just a huge performance by her. But really across the board, Oklahoma got a lot of production from a lot of different parts of its lineup. So an offensive night that you have seen Oklahoma have in other postseason games. And here they are again with some great offensive numbers. So a very positive sign. We've seen them picking up offensive momentum ever since that 3rd game of Bedlam. Now here they are again with a really good offensive night. I mentioned Kelly Maxwell a second ago. She definitely struggled early, got high into the pitch count, well over 100 pitches when she finished. Let's check that box score again. 118 pitches for Kelly Maxwell, which in 5 innings is quite a few pitches. But she had a 34-pitch first inning, which means she really was, having some control issues. If you watch the game, you saw the walks. She hit 2 batters, 6 walks, 2 hit batters in that game. But found a way to get out of a lot of jams. Florida State had runners in scoring position numerous times, and they only went, I believe it was 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position. So while that's somewhat of an indictment on Florida State and their offense not getting those runners across, that's also a tip of the cap to Kelly Maxwell to have that many runners in scoring position and to really keep Florida State from capitalizing on those opportunities. So Kelly Maxwell had her struggles, but when it mattered, she really came through. I think the mugginess, just the humidity of the day was really bothering her early. Control seemed to be an issue. As the temperatures cooled, as the game went on, she was pitching more at that point. She had thrown more pitches, but it was cooler, and it seemed like her control improved. So that bears watching because, as we all know in Oklahoma, if Oklahoma continues to win, they make the Women's College World Series, there's a great chance that those temperatures, that humidity could be every bit as high at the Women's College World Series. So how Kelly Maxwell handles that will be very interesting for these Sooners. Now, after a commanding Game 1 victory, Oklahoma comes back for Game 2 tomorrow. I'm really interested to see who Patty Gasso throws in Game 2. We did not see Kirsten Deal at all in the regionals. Nicole May got the lion's share of that number 2 work, pitched great for Oklahoma. But Patty Gasso said earlier this week that a lot of that was matchups. They felt like Nicole May was better equipped to handle the teams that Oklahoma was facing. So she got the call instead of Kirsten Deal. But Kirsten Deal has pitched great late in the season for Oklahoma. The whole month of May, especially, really fantastic. Back into the mid part of April, she really got going. So it'll definitely be interesting to see who the Sooners throw in Game 2 of Super Regionals. But again, Game 1, impressive. Another run rule victory for the Sooners in Super Regionals, 11-3 over Florida State.